really enough? Both Elgin and Foer warn that constructed languages, once released into the real world, go beyond the control of their creators in unexpected and sometimes unwanted ways. Klingon, from Star Trek, and Elvish, from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, have had more success. But that success was won over several decades with greater exposure via books, television, movies, and enthusiastically precise cosplay. Furthermore, though we may not have radid in our present-day vocabulary, we do have emotional labor. So, perhaps, given time, patriarchal English could be sufficiently modified to present the feminist worldview without taking up an entirely new lexicon. Elgin would have drafted Earthsong well before the 1994 deadline for her experiment, but it seems as if she was already anticipating failure, moving on, and perhaps hinting at another hypothesis for the final novel of her trilogy. On Elgin's future Earth, Landon has done its work, but more work remains to be done. The importance of communication and language recedes into the background, and a new problem is highlighted. But this one has no time limit on the solution. The novel, in both story and structure, is an exploration of the power of small adjustments over a long period of time. Gradual change over generations is the key, slow and meandering, but as inevitable as waters run to the sea. It is an epic without heroes, or rather with so many collective heroines that the transforming force becomes radically multiplied and virtually unstoppable. There is no 10-year plan with this revolution via evolution. In Earthsong, Elgin shifts her focus from language to our culture of violence. Science fiction is filled with stories about intelligent alien life that is either unwilling or afraid to make contact with Earth until its denizens evolve into truly civilized beings. Our species' habit of war has been portrayed as a plague to be quarantined, or an unfortunate phase that this unruly adolescent humanity must pass through unassisted on a journey of self-determination and self-control. Earthsong's central premise is that by ending hunger, we will also end violence. Evidence already exists that what we ingest can affect how we behave. Early exposure to lead, inhaled or consumed, can permanently damage the developing nervous system and can cause behavioral problems. However, Elgin offers no explanation for the link. She merely presents the task, framing it as a communication during a vision quest from deceased great-grandmother to living great-granddaughter, and sets the characters on a journey to find the answer. Audiences don't need an explanation. They can suspend disbelief and easily accept that the command of an ancestor, shaped not only by a lifetime of experience, but also by a new and near-omniscient perspective on human history, will seem illogical to the living. Adults do not tell a child exactly what to do, but tell them whatever is necessary to get them to do it regardless. Ancestors speak the truth in words their offspring can understand, and leave them to learn in time all the nuances and depths contained in that truth. Beyond the story, hunger also makes sense as a symbol or metaphor. We humans have many more hungers than mere food, and the world is wounded by our appetites. If we could solve the problem of our runaway consumption, it might not lead immediately to peace, but it could certainly help us to avoid our own destruction. If we are children, we are babies who have to be weaned and trained not to soil our own nest. The metaphor expands in the choices Elgin's characters make. The initial tests to replace food with alternative nutrition are solitary, isolated, and passive. The process that is eventually implemented is social, cooperative, and active, thereby sating several other human hungers, such as the desires for companionship, achievement, and creativity. The solution in Earthsong is not only to end hunger, but also to rid humanity of the fear of hunger. That fear allows others to have power over us, to construct and manipulate systems.